Good morning, guys. This is Zed. It is September 25, 2019. 98 days until the new year. Feeling good. It is 6 something in the morning. No, I think it's exactly at 6. Yep. I got up early around 4 to cook something for my buddy and coworker Sheila. It's her last day today. It's buttered mushrooms with thyme, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and I baked it in the oven this morning. It's fresh, and I gotta go in a little bit early so I can put it in the fridge. But yeah, everything's great. I'm not that disheartened about yesterday's weigh-in. I know I'm doing everything correctly. You gotta trust in the process. Feeling good. My hips are a little bit tight, I think, because of my new level of activity. But it's fine, because when I start losing the weight, then there'll be less stress off my joints, and I'll be able to work out more. See you guys later. Oh, and you might have noticed that I am horizontal. I'm trying to heighten the quality of my videos. So I'm gonna try and make an effort to do everything in horizontal. It's just not a good angle for me, but whatever. I mean, as long as the content is good, right? See you guys later. I guess it was a hit. Kinda wish they left me something that could bring it home. Your breath smells. Good thing you're cute. So, I guess I should talk about my life and my weight loss journey. I've always been big, always been a big guy ever since kindergarten. Ever since I was always heads. Well, in kindergarten, I was already head and shoulders taller than all the kids. Run! It's Godzilla! It wasn't until I reached the ending of middle school that I started getting around the same height as everyone. In middle school, like maybe 7th grade, 8th grade, I was already 5'11". I think that was my max height, or I was 5'10". And I was size 44 jeans. Right now I'm 59. Well, could be lower. It's just the jeans that I'm using right now. It's pretty sure. No, it's 58. It's even numbers, right? So it's 58. But yeah, I've always been a big guy, a big kid. I got made fun of a lot in school, as expected, being fat. But looking back, I mean, I probably was fat, but I wasn't that fat. But I kind of took it too hard. It got hurt, and it was being an introvert for me. It was hard making friends, so being bullied made it harder. In middle school, I kind of didn't have that many friends. I mostly hung out in the library during recess and lunch and after school to make myself have friends. Making myself, and also like a self-defense mechanism. If I made fun of myself first, then no one could make fun of me, right? But like, I still got picked on. This guy would push me around and taunt me after school. Other guy would threaten me. I don't know why. And like, kind of didn't help. My family. Whenever I'd go to like a family party or gathering, first thing they would talk about is my weight. How big you are. Whoa, I'm not like my child. You're so fat now. And I'm like, what do you say to that as a kid? I'm like, oh, uh, thank you, Auntie. That's a totally great thing that you told me. I totally didn't realize that I was so gigantic as how you make me feel right now. It was always the same thing. You're so fat, you're so fat. So I felt ugly, you know. I mean, I'm sure it didn't come from a unkind place, but the sentiment is there. And then it could be argued that it's like a cultural thing and the miscommunications between generations, because I am a first generation Filipino here in America, which means that I was the first generation born here. The last generation, my mother, she was born in the Philippines, and my grandparents, they were born in the Philippines. So it could be a cultural thing, but that doesn't change in how it made me feel. And I guess I kind of carried that with me. And so I got bigger. And I mean, my grandpa, bless his heart, I love him. He was the cook of the family. And the way he would show his love was, giving us food. He always cooked us like the best, like, best of like fried chicken, beef broccoli, it's all standard Filipino food. But he mostly stuck with like the rich meat stuff because that's what his grandchildren liked. And if you hear panting, that's gangsta. And so I ballooned like whenever if, either me or Eric, my brother, would go to the fridge and we didn't take anything from the fridge, he totally hated that. Like he thought he failed. Well, I don't know if that's what he thought, but he probably thought that he failed to provide. So he'd give us like $20 to go and run over to KFC across the street and get us some um, honey KFC wings, if you remember those, and just some tenders, not tenders, potato wedges for grandma, because that's what grandma liked. And so my weight ballooned, and 2007 or 6, I got a really bad pneumonia, and I thought I was gonna die because I could hardly breathe. Like walking from my car to my job in the office was an epic journey. I'd have to take like a half an hour rest. I was 500 pounds. Like I literally thought that I was gonna die. Like I felt so terrible, and I got scared. I didn't want to die. So I went ahead and requested to have bariatric surgery with my provider. And at that time, I got the RUNY, the RNY, the yeah, RNY bariatric surgery. I was 500 pounds, and I believe I went down to almost maybe 330. And then I guess life got in the way. I fell out of my good habits, and my pouch expanded because you're only supposed to eat like such a little amount. My pouch expanded and became like a stomach again. And then I gained all the weight back until 450, I think was the highest that I ever gotten. Well, after the surgery, and that was maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago. And it wasn't until recently, I guess you could say a month ago, that I decided to put my foot down and take a stand and take responsibility for myself to try and get better. Like my mom passed away 9 years ago, 10 years ago, of renal failure, and it seems that she didn't take care of herself, and she suffered from hypertension. She was diabetic, and she realized too late in the end, in the Philippines, where she was taking care of my grandma and grandpa, that she was in trouble. And apparently she felt something was wrong and tried to get some transportation, jeepney in the Philippines, to go to the hospital, but it was too late. My mom collapsed. Yeah, and that was it. That was it. So because of that, I'm trying to take better care of myself, because I'm sure she'd want me to not repeat her mistake. I am 36 now, so it could be something that could really happen to me. It's a potential, but I'm kind of lucky, in the way that I don't have any ailments, I guess. I'm not pre-diabetic or diabetic. My blood pressure is good. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. I need to find a better camera. I just have some joint pain, and that's from the weight. I have I think it's tendonitis in my feet and ankles, because the weight just ground the ligaments away. I don't have any ligaments in my joints. I mean, my ankles and my feet. Apparently, if I remember what the my doctor told me then. Okay, so I'm gonna try and close out this video. I put you on my tripod, which is supposed to be for a webcam, but the webcam's on it, if you can imagine. But I strapped my phone to it with rubber bands, so it looks a little bit more steady. I probably should have cleaned my room. That's some laundry. Well, no, it's just clothes that are not that dirty. Yeah, you know what I mean? You're probably gonna see me revamp, like, everything. My descriptions, my video titles. I'm still getting hang of video editing and stewarding my YouTube channel. And I'm always coming up with ideas. Like, I really want to have my own intro, my own thumbs, or my own, you know, be an actual YouTuber and be cool and stuff. But I gotta get up there. And I've been watching Obese to Beast lately, and he was talking about Possible Pat, and he was saying about how I'm so tired. He was saying about how in the beginning that he didn't have that many viewers, but he just kept uploading stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. If you're following me already, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me that you've stuck around. Hopefully I get a little bit bigger, and as I get bigger, hopefully I get monetized and I can get more better content out there, and I can afford like better rigs other than just using my phone. Other than that, have a good night. See you tomorrow.